can you put your name to it? These are things that last a lifetime. Our company is the best in brand by a million miles over our competition because we still coach every single person as if they're the only one we have. And that was what I asked our coaches to do 26 years ago, and they're still doing it today. So, what is the lifetime value of your customer? When people think like that, when people are communicated like that, when you are able to teach and communicate and articulate to your staff like that, and when you treat your staff like that, your staff will stay with you longer, your customers will stay with you longer. Edwards Deming, who was a brilliant systemizer, who brought up how to be efficient and effective and understand the value of providing excellence in manufacturing in the automobile industry, that the Detroit Big Three, they kicked him out of town. They said, we don't need your stuff. They had almost a total monopoly on the U.S. car business in the 60s and 70s. Well, actually went on from the 40s through the 70s. So they rejected the teaching of Edwards Deming, and he went to Japan and revolutionized the Japanese automobile business, which in turn came back and absolutely owned the U.S. car business and turned cities like Detroit into a wasteland. Why? Because he understood the lifetime value of a customer. He understood that just because you have a ton of business doesn't mean you're going to keep a ton of business. Things change. Let me say this. Right now, there's a lot of money chasing too few goods and services. That's why there's so much inflation. But this too shall pass. This too shall change. And it's one of the beauties of a recession. Edwards Deming said, Edwards Deming said, profit in business comes from repeat customers. Customers that boast about your project or service, that it should be product. So Deming said, profit in business comes from repeat customers. Customers that boast about your product or service and that brings their friends with them. That's what he talked about 50 years ago, and it's still true today. So, lifetime value of the customers. The next piece let me do this. So the beauty of a recession, it reestablishes the value of a customer. We go from a transaction to trust, refocus on how a customer feels, and understand the lifetime value of a customer. Next, service improves. Service improves. Here's what I'm going to tell you. The basics are now awesome. Remember the Lego movie? Everything is awesome. If your business does the basics and you teach your staff to do the basics now, you are awesome. The basics. Fundera's study found that 80% of customers are willing to pay more for a better customer experience. So here's the basics. Here's what's now awesome. Look someone in the eye. Smile. Listen. Thank someone for their business. How about if you're in the service business, you write a personal note. I tell young people all the time, everywhere I go every day, okay, I have a couple of hundred employees. I'm always looking for talent. Every day, I interview 4 to 5 people who don't know they're being interviewed. Every single day, I interview 4 to 5 people who do not have a clue. They just failed an interview. They might be working at Starbucks. They might be working at Chipotle. They might be involved in some customer service. They don't. No, I had a young man come by the other day who's been working on, I have a bunch of 7 fireplaces in one house, and I was installing 4 in another house. So I'm more intimately acquainted with my fireplace guy than I should be. And there's a young man by the name of Caleb. And this guy is precise. He is efficient. He texts me. He follows up. Mr. Buffini, have you thought about this? By the way, as I've gone on in this relationship, I've bought more and more stuff from him. Why? Because he keeps building trust. Hey, you might want to consider this. I can install this 24-inch log set, but this might look better with 36 inches. Go for it. By the way, have you considered we could blacken out all these exterior fire pits you have? And we can do that. That over time, I've done more and more business with him, more and more business with him. The other day, I took his information and I handed him off to my brother, the CEO of the company. And I said, I don't know what positions we have available in the company, but this guy's worth a look. This guy's worth a look. Why? He's exceptional at the fundamentals. Looks you in the eye, follows up, on time, efficient, communicates. I'm trying to give him a job. Why? Because I'm looking for great people at Buffini Company.